On October 15th, 2005, I was there.
Ah, October. My second favorite month out of the year. College football and the NFL seasons are in full swing. Joe Buck annoying millions of television viewers during the baseball postseason. Also, on top of that, it's when the National Hockey League season begins, and it's when I start getting back into the grind of watching Sharks hockey. I was once again hopeful after the past season, and I couldn't wait to see how the Sharks would do after the 2004-05 season, which had them to miss the playoffs again. Well, how did the Sharks do that year? What? Are you telling me that the NHL had another lockout? And unlike the last time the league had a lockout, they couldn't settle on whatever it was the owners and players were bickering about? So nobody won the Stanley Cup in 2005. Do you know how much this crippled my sense of normalcy? I was coming off a breakup after I graduated college in 2004. I needed Sharks hockey in my life to help me take my mind off the fact that I was a pathetic single guy with a mundane job. So during that void of no NHL hockey, I strived at my new job, played NHL 2K5 to get my hockey fix, went to the HP Pavilion to watch SaberCats football, and started watching WWE wrestling with my friends twice a week. Eventually, in July of 2005, the lockout ended and the NHL would have a season as a changed league. In August of wheeling and dealing, new logo, new rules, and regular season games ending in a tie, those days are over. Nearly a year and a half after the Calgary Flames eliminated the Sharks from the 2004 Western Conference Final, I had no idea what to expect from the Sharks in the 2005-06 season. I can only hope the Sharks would make the playoffs and go from there. Just like in 2004, when all I wanted from the team was make the playoffs after missing the playoff dance in 2003. The team the Sharks were facing in this game was a team I considered at the time an easy mark. 10 years prior to solidifying themselves as a dynasty in the 2010s, the Chicago Blackhawks were in the middle of obscurantism that had them making the playoffs only once in a 10-season period. The season prior to the lockout had the Hawks finishing dead last in the Western Conference. In fact, finishing near or at the bottom of the Central Division was old hat to the Blackhawks during that period. The Hawks were still at the time owned by the man known as Dollar Bill, William Wirtz, up until his death in 2007. It was a surreal experience being back at the Shark Tank for live Sharks hockey. It was the first game I went to since the 2004 regular season finale, where I was treated to one of the best Sharks games I ever attended.
Time off the draw, back to Stewart. Score! To the net! They score! Duffy set, shoots, score!
It was like being back from a long exile and life had returned to normal. Starting goaltender for Chicago, Craig Anderson. Anderson would begin his career with the Blackhawks. During the 2005-06 season, Anderson would be bouncing all over the waiver wire before he stayed with the Blackhawks. I really didn't know his name until the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs, where he was the best player on the Colorado Avalanche. Despite losing to the Sharks in 6 games in the first round, wait a minute, the Sharks actually won a Game 6 and it was to eliminate a team? That's something Sharks fans never saw every day. Anyway, Anderson would give the Sharks fits before the Sharks started playing like a 1 seed. After that breakout season, Anderson would be traded to the Ottawa Senators, where, as of this video, he still plays for the Sens. Anderson won the Bill Masterson Award in 2017. Starting for the Sharks, Evgeny Nabokov. He was like Archer's Urbe, but better. Both born in the Soviet Union, both made an all-star game in their careers, both played in the Olympics, and one of the most memorable names on the Sharks alumni. Nabokov played 9 seasons for the Sharks, 3 with the New York Islanders, and would finish his career with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2015. Nabby won the Calder Trophy in 2001 for the league's Rookie of the Year. On March 10, 2002, he would be in the club of goaltenders in the NHL to score a goal. In the 2005-06 season, Nabokov would be splitting time with backup Vesa Toskala. While it took Nabokov a season to adjust playing in the new NHL, Toskala would be the go-to keeper later on in the season. 2.5 minutes into the first, Marco Sturm, with the help of Milan Mahalik and Patrick Marleau, would bring back that feeling I had been missing for a year and a half.
The new rules in the way, or at least the new directives, there's a shot and a save and a goal! Again, this line, Mahalik, Marleau, Sturm, bang, and you see the puck's just going to squeak in.
Midway through the period, Jonathan Chichu would add his second tally of the season in what would be a career year in this 2005-06 campaign.
Fires a wrist shot, Anderson dropped it, rebound chance in front, still loose, they score!
capture a rebound, and then fire it towards the front of net. Now watch Chichu. He stands there and is able to knock the puck out of the air.
Wayne Primo and Mark Smith would provide the assists. Seconds after the Sharks killed a Scott Thornton penalty, the Blackhawks would get on the board with this lamplighter by Jason Morgan.
Mark Bell, shot, and they score on the rebound. Nabokov thought he had it, but the Blackhawks get on the board.
And the man that Brad Stewart loses is the guy that puts it in. Bang! 3 men on the attack. That's the attack triangle.
Future Shark Mark Bell and Michael Holmquist got the assists. A little over 3 minutes into the second period, Matt Barnaby almost tied the game with his flurry.
Puck loose, in front, chance for spot check. Still in front, the Hawks, and a backhand shot.
Go through the net underneath the
Barnaby's claiming it went in and out underneath the cage.
Or did he? After the next whistle, the play would be under review.
Let's have a look. Does this go through? Watch the well, the net moves for sure on the net.
Yeah, that's a goal.
Definitely a goal right there. It'll be 2-2, and then the Sharks will be on the power play. Here's a great look right overhead. Absolutely, that's in the net. That is a goal. If you have it like quite a grievous penalty against somebody,
There you have it. Jim Dowd and Matt Ellison would provide the assist on the equalizer. Don't worry, this would be the last time the Sharks blew a 2-0 lead on anything ever that season. Despite the Blackhawks coming back from 2 goals down, the second period would be the Patrick Marleau power hour. After Pavel Vorobiev got called for hooking at 6:41, a little over a minute later, Marleau would give the Sharks the lead on the power play.
Kept alive and back to Marleau. Patrick,
it's a snap. You want to learn how to shoot a puck. That's how you shoot a puck.
Sturm and Brad Stewart got the helpers. This would be the last time I would see these two in a Sharks uniform in person. Less than a minute after Yaroslav Spacek for Chicago was sent to the box for hooking, Jason Cullimore was sent off for tripping at 9:09. Captain Patty would strike again during the Sharks' 2-man advantage.
Dimitrako's blocked, they score!
Because it was a 5-on-3 that didn't really attack the net very well. It was just a matter of the Sharks had more people on the ice at this particular chance and a rebound opportunity that Chicago couldn't recover. And a wrong guy.
Stewart would notch his second assist along with Nico Dimitrakos. With time winding down in the second, the Hawks would get within 1 thanks to Ellison's first mark of the season.
Shot deflects. Nabokov does not have a stick right now. Cullimore, get it in. A shot and they score! And the Blackhawks are able to take advantage, getting that extra man on the ice, and of course facing a goalie without a stick.
As the player went around the net, and let's have a look in front here. Mad scramble in front. There's the play. One more time.
Jim Dowd is getting credit for the goal.
Yeah, it goes off of Fahey's leg.
Jim Dowd and Jason Cullimore had the assists. The Sharks had many chances to put the game out of reach when they had 5 power plays, but Craig Anderson and the Hawks' penalty kill would keep them in the game. Chicago would try hard near the end of the game with the keeper pulled, but they just couldn't come back.
10 seconds left. Cannon, good job wasting time. Now it's Ruutu in front, shoves it behind the net. Last chance for Chicago, and the Sharks hang on and win.
Nabokov stopped 24 of the 27 shots he faced, while Anderson was peppered with 44 shots with 40 saves. This was an outing trip with my friend and his neighbor. I already planned a trip to Sacramento 2 days later to attend an episode of Monday Night Raw. But there was one other thing I didn't plan on happening, and it would make the next 3 nights of my life interesting.
On that October night when I heard that loud goal horn blare after Marco Sturm scored and screaming my head off, I felt a sense of normalcy return to my sports viewing life when I was there on October 15th, 2005.
Another man scramble, watch this. He could be playing in the World Series right there. That's a little punt that goes in the top corner. I love that.